Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
All right, welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast.
Kevin's eyes look insane, but he's got new hair. Virginia is a witch, and she farts in her chair. Jason is a spaz who's got an old man's ass. Welcome to the After the Show podcast.
Here we go. Welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast. Happy Wednesday.
Yeah, hump day.
Yeah.
Happy Wednesday to you.
Yeah.
Kevin Ralston.
Oh, yeah.
And just know, you may have the beady eyes, but I've always got eyes on you.
Yeah, I know you do.
Fucked up. She opens up the podcast with an insult.
Oh, she had spies are out last night. We were out getting a little happy hour, and she's like, I know where you are. And I was like, what are you in the bushes? Like, are you doing this with me now? What's going on?
You doing this with me now?
Yeah.
See, you don't like it. It's awful. It's awful being stalked by a fucking witch.
Looking around for Virginia, like, all right, where is she now?
It's
She's in my head.
October, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
I want you in fear.
She was at the Bigfoot wedding, invited as a guest, and she was still out stalking me somehow during the wedding in the balcony, filming shit.
Yeah.
Like the paparazzi.
Yeah.
Dropping
She's always
F-bombs.
around somewhere. Yeah.
I actually hung out with the bride and groom on Saturday at Oktoberfest, and I was like, oh, sorry about my language. During your ceremony, I dropped an F-bomb.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
But then they reminded me that they dropped F-bombs too, including the guy doing the thing. So I was like, okay, so...
Yours was just awesome because you were heckling me the entire time until I had to tell you to shut up. And then it got really quiet, and you just hear a drunk Virginia from the balcony. You're doing beautiful, motherfucker.
Well, the preacher asked how he was doing.
I do it.
He
You
was
said to
nervous.
the preacher, you're doing beautiful, motherfucker.
It was either you're doing beautiful, motherfucker. That's fucking beautiful, baby.
I said, you're doing fucking great, bae.
Yeah, I think she called him Bay.
To the preacher.
I think he was a friend. I think he was more as if I would have been doing it.
Yeah, I don't think he was an official ordained man of the cloth.
No man of the
Okay.
cloth, I don't believe.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he was doing fucking great.
Yeah.
With the slur. Because keep in mind, from that moment, 35 minutes later, she's in bed.
Yeah, I did my best work right during the ceremony, and then I went downhill quick.
Yeah.
Those shots kicked in. Oh, man, they kicked in quick, Kevin.
Yeah. Somebody had sent this in. This is from Christina. And she said, you know you're really hammered when you have to have a lifeguard rescue you from the kiddie pool. And it's a woman that's she's had cocktails. So she's just like laid out.
She went to the kids' pool area and got hammered.
Yeah, well, she just went there to lay. You're watching KVJ TV.
I respect your work, lady.
Yes.
I bet that happens where someone goes to the rapids and the parents get all fucked up and they got to step
Well,
in.
yeah, because the Rapids full on serves like they have a bar now.
Yeah.
And if you're out there drinking and you're not a big drinker and the sun is hitting you, it can cook you.
Well, just if you're drinking all day in the sun, it's the all day thing that's going to get people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then you're in the lazy river and someone hits you.
Several things get you. Yeah.
I bet they got good stories.
So, what was the happy hour like at 123 Datura where you were last night?
It was good. We kind of go around. That's kind of our thing. We just, kind of started doing it here lately because the weeks are just freaking long. They are, So,
Yes.
and we find ourselves on the weekend kind of in now watching football.
Okay.
Though because I had an opening, I saw some KVJ Nationers. We were in Boca on Saturday, so we were there a little bit on Saturday, but for the most part, we're not out on the weekends
You
anymore.
Boca bitch.
Yeah, yeah. It's a lovely town.
They got good restaurants.
They do, yeah.
Yes.
And we were just down the street from Flanagan's. I love Flanagan's, and honestly, you can't go wrong. Their wings and ribs. Those are two things on the Flanagan's menu that they put them up against anything.
I look younger in Flanagan's.
Yeah.
It's dark.
It's dark.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
true. I look way better in the dark.
Because I love it. Like, I love a dark bar, and I think my wife is like, thinks it's a little depressing. So
I love a dark.
Yeah.
But I'm not at all calling Flanagan's a hole in the wall either, but I do like a dark hole in the wall type of bar.
I do too. I like that feel, and the prices you just couldn't beat. So we were there on Saturday, and 123 Datura was good. They had kind of like the Detroit style pizza. That's what Cannon got.
Okay.
And that is solid. The wine prices are good. That's what I like. You know, you get your drink prices. You go out at that time. It's typically until 6 p.m. or 7 p.m., which is perfect for us.
What kind of wine does the Kevin Ralston get?
I go with a Cabernet. Yeah, I've been drinking a lot of Cabernet here lately.
Is that the red wine?
Yes, it's
Yeah,
a
it's
red.
a red wine. It's a red wine. It's got some great properties in it. Plus, it helps you relax at the end of a kind of crazy, stressful day.
I.e., it gets you fucked up.
Yeah. If you have too much of it, no doubt.
My spies were like, "Damn, Kevin, looking all classy."
Well, he's classy as shit.
Yeah, classy, huh? Okay.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Hey,
You're
I'll
looking
take
fancy
that.
and classy with the
Oh,
queen,
geez,
and
yeah.
y'all were at the bar, and then you moved outside to a table.
Yeah, because
and-
we had Cannon with us, and that place, I know she knows everything.
It's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
If I
I
get
got to
it-
explain myself.
all your business. I know, and she comes at you like you did something wrong. You're on trial.
Just
Yeah.
I'm watching you.
Yeah. Well, in 123 Detroit, just so you know, they don't allow kids in there.
Oh.
Yeah.
They hate kids.
Another reason to go.
We're not
That's
in
awesome.
there. Yeah. But you know, it's,
Can I go and then make my kids stand outside?
Oh, you
yeah, I
guys,
guess you can. Yeah.
you guys got kids. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
You'll ruin our vibe.
But they got tables outside.
Okay.
So we were over there, and we had gone, avocado grill too. We'd kind of popped over there and got we got the peppers there, and
The
Ken got the
peppers.
pizza next door. Yeah, there's a lot of good places.
Shishito peppers?
Yeah,
oh, I love
the-
those.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
Kapow, by the way, on the 500 block of Clematis, and there's Kapows all over South Florida.
Yeah.
But, oh my gosh, the Brussels sprouts and those shishito peppers there, and their happy hours are very good, and the vibe is very chill. That's maybe my new favorite little place that I found for
Okay.
happy hour.
Do you do the white wine too, or you a red man?
I mainly stick with the red because you got them little flavonoids in there. That's good. That was one of the things too to help.
It's
fight off
better
the
for you.
Yeah, it's better for you. Less sugars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
White wine. You're,
White wine's a bitch ass wine.
White wine's
no
all-
wonder you like
no,
it. It's a girly thing.
It's a
It's
bitch-
sweeter.
It's a bar. It's a bitch ass wine. Really? White wine's a bitch ass wine.
Well, it's more. I think more chicks drink white wine.
Okay. I find the white wine gets you horny.
I think people that know more about wine drink the red.
Yeah, people that know a lot about wine are called assholes. That's what it is.
You
yeah.
calling Kevin an asshole?
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
Kevin.
He drinks red
No,
wine.
he drinks. He doesn't act like he's better than everybody. Like some fuckers.
I got
I
you
work
spying on me. I got him calling me an asshole. Yeah, you guys are great friends.
And we're the best you got.
I know.
with. The best in
It's
the-
really sad when you assess your life. This is what I got, huh?
We should bring in some wine on Friday.
All right.
Wine Friday.
Yeah, I like it. I'm gonna do two. I want to bring in some of that. I'll go get it today. I just been cheap all week, but we about to get paid on Friday, so I'm gonna go to Total Wine and get Mariah Carey's new version of Bailey's, and I want you to compare it to Bailey's and tell me what you think.
Yeah, let's have a wine Friday and do a photo shoot after. Let's just fuck around and have some fun. Why not?
Yeah.
Let's wait till we look sloppy and wet, and then take pictures.
And just do not read the comments.
Let me see. Got a couple emails here today. Got one talking a little bit about some emails we had, some parental problems we were dealing with early on the regular show today about a kid that was challenging his teacher about blood and what it looks like in the body versus out. And I had received a text from Nurse Corey from the Pizzle saying, just to give you the right answer on that in response to why veins look blue, and the kid who got detention for 5 days for arguing with his teacher about it. Blue light has a short wavelength and is scattered or deflected much more easily than red light. Because it's easily scattered, it doesn't penetrate so far into the skin, only a fraction of a millimeter. This means your veins will appear blue compared to the rest of your skin. So there you go. That's Nurse Corey's explanation on that.
So Nurse Corey, the kid was right then, right?
Sounds like the kid was right, but the kid apparently had gotten a week's worth of detention for arguing with the teacher, and the mom was wanting to know if she should say something about it. And there were a couple comments. One, William had said, well, the one thing about going in and talking to the teacher is that's odd if you're saying the teacher gave him the detention, because typically teachers don't do the discipline. They send him to the principal, and the principal does the discipline. So I don't know that it would be the teacher doling that out. So maybe she sent him to the principal, and the principal, from what he heard of the information, thought that 5 days in detention was good. So you might need to talk to the principal.
It can
That
go,
just seems excessive.
It does. It could go either way. I've seen, we've talked about it earlier today, I've seen teachers get offended and butthurt and defensive when they have been called out for being wrong. And I've seen them shut down students before because they don't want to look stupid. And the student wants to defend their position. And if it is about learning and the teacher is wrong, some adults can't handle a kid telling them that they're wrong.
You're right.
Now, if the kid was being an asshole and didn't want to let it go and was disrupting, it could go either way.
You got to keep your level of respect for the teacher, and healthy disagreement should be encouraged. But as soon as you cross the line and you get the teacher all upset and you make the teacher feel like you're embarrassing them in front of the class, if they have thin skin about that sort of thing, it's not going to go good for you. And it's a good lesson in life. Don't embarrass your boss in front of other people and make your boss look stupid. The teacher is just a role model for later in life when you're going to have a boss. Don't do that to your boss in public.
I've seen adults lie to save embarrassment. I was a kid. I must have been 11 or 12 years old, and I was really getting into tennis, and I played a guy who was in his late 30s, and I was beating him, and he was getting all mad. And I was so excited that I was beating him, and he was trying to argue that basically he was trying to say I was lying because he could not accept the fact that a kid was beating him. And all the other adults got around, and he dug into the lie because he didn't want a little kid, and I'm arguing with him and defending my position, and people, oh, don't yell at the adult. But he was fucking flat out lying, and sometimes adults do that when they get embarrassed by a kid.
Humans do that.
You're right.
The humans lie to save face.
And sometimes kids are assholes, and they don't let, they're...
And Sharon had a good suggestion. Never go into a meeting with a teacher without the principal if you're talking about something that could be on that level.
For sure.
So that is a good suggestion if you are going to pursue that.
Mr. J has got a pretty good comment, and I kind of agree with Mr. J to Virginia's point. I think things are changed when it comes to bosses and managers. Bosses can be wrong. He goes, bosses can be wrong. I hate the idea bosses dictate what kind of quality of life you live.
But I'm just telling you, if you shame or embarrass your boss in front of a group of other employees, it's not a good look for you. And if the boss can either make your life better or worse, I would just be really careful about keeping that, I don't know,
it's the
office.
It's the strategy. It's not a good
game.
strategy.
It's a game. This whole thing, teacher relationships, boss relationships, it's all a game and it's a dance. And if you figure it out, you'll be more successful.
And if they feel like they've lost their respect, it's going to turn into hell and chaos.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, you don't want to be adversarial with your boss.
No.
That's what you set the tone to do.
And you can control the situation if you are smarter and you know more about how to handle yourself. I think flying off the handle and making your boss look stupid in a quick moment because you know you're right, maybe in the long term is not the best play.
But I also do believe if there is a matter that really it's strong in what you believe in your heart, and you need to talk to a boss and you don't agree, I think you have the right to always be able to sit down with the boss and tell them that.
Sure. Just don't humiliate them in a public forum. That ain't the right way to do
Correcting
it.
people in public is not a good strategy.
No, not if you want people to like you.
Well, that's how you get whacked in the mafia.
Some emails we got here. This is from Candace, who said the one mom who had the 17-year-old son. She was in her mid-30s, and she felt like some of her son's friends were sexualizing her and get rid of the ogling eyes and some of their comments that were once compliments that were nice or kind of borderline inappropriate now. And she had walked in the bathroom and seen one of them even naked, and they're not wearing their shirts around the house now. And she's like, okay. Candace said, I wasn't involved, but it was a big scandal. I was in high school, 2007-ish at Vero Beach High School. A lot of the guys would always tease this dude in my grade about his hot mom. There are always comments being made. Well, it ended up that this guy's mom ended up hooking up with his best friend. Oh. The word around the school was that the friend's younger sister found out and snitched. Wow. I'm not sure how it all ended up, but I do know that the mother had a warrant out for arrest and she fled. A bounty hunter even called my aunt because she was the only one in the phone book with my last name, and the bounty hunter was calling everyone on the son's Facebook friend list. So, yeah, it can happen. That's what the mom was worried about. She's like, I don't want stories getting around. Obviously, it can be problematic, and people do start talking. And who knows, maybe this is a mom that's in a little bit of a smaller town. I know my town, if something like that was going on, people would be talking.
Could you imagine your best friend banging your mom?
No.
Oh, my gosh. That'd be like Sweet Denny's. Banging my mom or my dad.
That'd be like you banging Big Linda.
I don't think we could get past. I don't know. Maybe we could.
I think I could. If you're going to treat her right. I mean, I know she's not your type. So what are you in it for?
If I'm single and she's single and I hate to say it, bang Big Linda. Oh, gosh, it's terrible.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. That would be tough I would feel uncomfortable. That would be rough, man. Oh, my God.
Well, she's definitely just not your type.
Or if you were single and you banged the juicy daddy, that would be rough.
That's probably more possible.
And I would just ask my dad, Dad, how could you stand her talking the whole time?
He loves the sound of my voice.
All right, let's reel it in.
Hey, juicy daddy.
I always love it when Virginia tries to be sexy.
Yeah.
Hey, juicy daddy. Come under the bridge where I live.
What's the opposite of a boner?
Did your dick just crawl inside?
It's inside.
It's a belly button now.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. This is an email said, hey, I heard you guys talking about the stadiums and all the different sponsor names that have been tagged on to the different venues in South Florida and how confusing it gets. She said, then I heard you talking about FAU and how it's just nice and simply called FAU Stadium. She said, I work for FAU Athletics, and not having naming rights for the stadium is actually a sore point for us.
Really?
We could always use the additional revenue, so if anybody has any extra cash, we'd be happy to change the name in a second. Okay, well, there you go. I was patting them on the back saying, good for you for holding out, FAU. No, they're not holding out.
We just have a high price. Nobody's paid it yet.
They're like, don't say that. We'll take whatever money you got.
Well, how much? That's your next question. Email them back. If we wanted the naming rights to the stadium, what does that run?
Yeah, to me, it would be nice if they would just keep a standard name. And if they want to do a sponsor name, they could say it Dolphin Stadium by Hard Rock. Or something along those lines where, when it does change, that's not so damn confusing.
They're not going to say the buy part then if you do that. The media will all just keep saying Dolphin Stadium. They want you to say their name. That's the value of the sponsorship.
As soon as I learn a new stadium name, though, it changes. I'm not even kidding you.
We put in all this money. It's the Dolphin Stadium with KVJ, but they just report on the Dolphin Stadium. All that money's gone.
Yeah. No, I get that. But, yeah, it's just... Like, I can't get into my brain for whatever reason, Florida Live Arena. And I'm just like, I keep forgetting that. And then I'm like, okay, what's the name of this? And I was thinking about the amphitheater. I'm like, what the hell's the name of the
Wait, what's
amphitheater
Florida
now?
Live?
That's the BB&T Center.
It's Florida Live sounds like it's some kind of like a square dancing group that goes around we're Florida Live and we entertain you fuckers.
Yeah.
We're square dancing? Really?
Well, it's clearly 1960.
It's clearly not entertaining.
Yeah, and then American Airlines, home of the Miami Heat, has been that that's all I've known for that arena.
That is.
And now it's FTX.
What the fuck is that?
FTX, it must be, I don't know where they're getting all their money, but they are all over the place now, especially in the sports world. I see their name popping up. I think it's Bleacher Report or the ESPN app I always go to. I see FTX on there now, and they've got a commercial with Tom Brady and Gisele Bündchen. and they did something on social media I thought was actually kind of smart. And Giselle went on and tweeted, I think it's time my husband do a trade. And people are like, wow, what? Like, is he going to be leaving Tampa?
Tampa, Kevin.
Tampa? And then they did a commercial about how she sent out the tweet, and everybody started freaking out. And they did the joke about the city sign said Tampa Bay, and they were taking the O off of the top and putting the A back on. And it was this whole thing about he's asking for a trade. And it's a trading site where you trade stocks. That's FTX.
Oh, you got us.
Yeah.
Oh, we're full.
A Bahamian-based cryptocurrency exchange platform.
Yeah, so it's real crazy. It sounds sketchy as hell.
It does sound
and
sketchy.
It sounds like something they're going to have set up for like 6 weeks until they figure out that it's sketchy, and then they're going to default on the money they're supposed to pay on the arena, and then it's going to go back to American Airlines or something else, or Miami Arena. I don't know what they call it.
As of July 2021, the FTX exchange is averaging $10 billion worth of daily trading volume and has over 1 million users.
Okay.
Damn.
So that's what the hell it is. So that's the new name. And then I think financial is the one for the amphitheater. So,
I think, yeah.
Yeah.
You weren't saying, I think.
I don't know.
I think I'm really confused.
I think that was the hardest game we ever played.
Oh, it was. Like I said, so I'm so confused.
I went in so confident.
And you could give me that same quiz and I would still fail it. Maybe even worse. I might do worse the second time.
Said Mr. Potato Head.
I know, man. I was doing better off the microphone. I couldn't lift the fucking glasses of Mr. Potato Head. Yeah, it just wouldn't work out for me.
It all fell apart when you concussed yourself on the bottom of the counter.
Oh my gosh,
I hit my head so hard.
He got up
you did.
spinning.
It did hurt. It was one of those hits where you could still feel it hurt 6 minutes later. It felt like someone was still punching you in the scalp.
Do we have a concussion protocol we got to put him in? Go in the tent.
He would always be in it.
I don't know how hard you have to hit your head to get concussed, but I know I've had at least 2.
Okay.
In my time.
Oh, I'm sure. I'd say this week.
We've seen how you fall, bruh.
I feel like I'm in my prime.
You
man.
fall hard.
Yeah.
I do fall hard. Fall hard.
Got an email here from Benton. Said, hey, Kev, you and I seem to have the same taste in shows, mainly cartel shows, so you'd be glad to know that Narcos Mexico Season 3 comes out November 5th. That's awesome. Very cool. And Ozark, January 21st. Can't wait to binge watch. Hope you're as excited. Yeah, I'd just briefly mentioned the Ozark earlier today, and I'm really kind of excited for that because I was starting to think, my college football season's halfway over.
Damn.
I'm like, holy crap,
It
man.
just started.
Yes, it feels like it just started, and so I'm already thinking. I kind of get hit with a little bit of that wave of depression.
Yeah.
So for me, it is going to be kind of cozy to know that I've got Ozark and probably even, I've got Succession just started. I haven't watched that new one yet, and I'll have the Narcos. So it would be nice to have several shows be like, okay, I go back into binge watching season.
I gotta get involved in a show. I'm gonna get involved in something. I gotta make sure it's the right show.
You don't want to watch Squid Game?
No, you liked it too much. You talked way too much about it.
I've tainted it for
I
you.
think I'm turned off. No, I'm just teasing. It's not that I would not watch Squid Games. I don't like the whole subtitles and all that stuff. I feel like you miss a lot. You're fucking reading the whole time.
The translation is very messed up, and everybody is talking about. There's like a Korean chick, and I love what she's doing. So she's actually going in, and she speaks Korean and English both fluently, and she's going in and she's showing you, okay, here's what the actors actually said, and then here's what the overdubbing said, and it's so different. Like the message is the actual script that was written is beautiful and deep and poetic, just as you know it is by watching it. You knew it was good, and you knew this cheap overdubbing was crap, but this Korean chick breaks it down, and it's glaring.
Kevin, Virginia said another trigger word. She said chick. I got another message from this chick who hates it when me and you say chick.
Really?
Hates it. It's one of the. Oh, well, yeah.
What does she hate about it?
She think it's an outdated word. It's disparaging to women. That's.
Why is it disparaging?
I don't fucking know.
Okay. She didn't explain that?
If someone called me like a chick, I wouldn't care as long as they weren't saying like,
You dirty chick.
gross chick.
Yeah, exactly.
Fat chick.
Well, what dude, chick?
Well, that's what I thought. I thought it's dude and chick. Those are the equivalents. I don't understand what is the offense on it.
I personally think the chick needs to get a hobby. If that really is upset, because she sent me, I think, 3 messages now. The fact that you're taking the time to do 3 messages, you do need to get a hobby.
I just don't think chick is bad.
It's not bad. Why is it bad? She can't even explain to me. All she keeps saying. It's an outdated term. It's disparaging to women.
All right.
Well, that's why I brought it up.
I want to hear you, but I just don't know if I can see you.
Yeah, because somebody will just come up with another word, and then
that'll be disparaging.
Right. Then they'll feel like that's it. So.
Well, what do you want me to say? It's called slang because we're just people talking lighthearted about life.
And I'm telling you, this Korean chick is awesome. I love her. So I'm not like saying anything bad about her. Like it's not in a negative tone. Like this girl is breaking down some of the most important parts of Squid Game. And I'm like, I love this chick.
Well, that's why you can't pander to 1 to 2 people. She keeps sending and she's pissed off. So you're supposed to change your entire everything because she thinks chick is wrong and terrible. So now you have to change your shit up.
Well, I would just ask her to maybe reconsider, and I hope we haven't offended you past the point of no return. But I mean, chick, if we're getting mad about chick, we're just getting too mad.
I agree.
Let's not get so mad, baby.
Well,
how's that feel? Baby better than chick?
Yeah,
baby.
Right, exactly. What else are you going to
That's
say?
pandering.
You can't say baby either.
I know.
Yeah. That's the only problem with a lot of stuff. There are some legitimate things that, hey, we need to probably address that. That is very hurtful.
And
but
I'm from New Orleans. We say baby to everybody.
Well, it's when you go too far with all this stuff that it loses its power because people they just get fed up and they're like, look, I'll give you that one. That was a really demeaning word, but I'm not giving you that. You can't take everything away because then I don't know how to address anyone.
You nailed it right there. You can't make everything so offensive and everybody's so
Pick your
bad
battles.
and everyone's evil and terrible. A lot of motherfuckers don't know any of this stuff.
How dare you call us motherfuckers?
And I mean motherfuckers as a term of endearment.
Well, you have to be able to explain why it's offensive. When somebody explains to me why something is offensive, you're like, okay, I could see that. I could see how that would be disparaging and that would make you feel bad. But I've never heard anyone else say that chick makes them feel sad.
Well, what happens because people always say, no matter what you're talking about, you need to listen. What if you do listen, and after you listen, you still don't fucking agree?
That reminds me of a great story. So we're riding down to the Toad show the other night, and Toad has a song called Listen. And so Panda looks at me and he goes, oh, what's the name of the song? And I point at the radio. I went, listen. And he goes, no, what's the name of the song? He thought I was yelling at him and told him to listen. But the name of the song is Listen.
Yeah, no, he's just scarred. He thinks he's getting yelled at.
I wasn't yelling at you. I wasn't telling you to listen. The name of the song is Listen.
What the fuck, babe?
You're yelling at me in front of our friend?
Got something else that is going to be coming out that I'm kind of pumped about, not just a TV show. Somebody had said, hey, do you know Duran Duran? They got a new video out for their song Anniversary, and they have got a new album coming out on Friday. So I'm excited to have a new Duran Duran. I've been kind of hitting the jackpot here lately. There was some artists that I like have put out some new music here recently, and a lot of it's pretty decent stuff.
Well, me and you and Denny's, we both love older Weezer. I like Weezer. The last few albums they've done.
Geezer Weezer.
I like Geezer Weezer.
Yeah,
I do.
Gonna be Geezer now. Yeah.
If you're a Weezer, if you love the Blue album, Virginia, you've got a lot of fucking shit to say. The Blue album's their first album.
Got it. Yeah.
She don't know, Kev.
I don't. I'm not a Weezer geezer.
The Weezer fans, they really get in it.
I like the hits. I haven't gone deep on the Weez.
I like getting an artist who I do like the hits and then going deeper to the B-sides and seeing what else they got. A lot of times you'll find some great gems. That's how I fell in love with John Mayer.
Yeah. That's how I fell in love with Jason Mraz.
Exactly. He's another one.
He's a deep one.
Yeah. I've kind of started doing that. I'm kind of going a little bit deeper on some of the albums. I at least listen to a little bit of the song. To me, a lot of times you can tell.
Yes.
At least for me, I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna like this, or this is a good song. And the thing they do on the Apple Music, which is what I have, and I stream stuff and listen to their playlists and then grab stuff. They'll put little stars. I guess this is saying maybe this song could be earmarked to be a hit.
I think what it is those are because usually when you have an album out, the artists, they have 1 to 2 songs they are going to be the release songs for the public and for the media, and I believe that's what that is.
I like that they do that because then I'll at least check out all the starred songs and say, okay, yeah, I get it. These are the best ones that are on here.
I do that too. I noticed that, and I went to a deep side with the Eagles, and all their B-sides I like more than their hits.
Damn.
So the deep dive can be fun if you have a group you already like.
The B-sides of the Eagles is the Beagles.
Oh, you're right. And I'm a geezer that likes Weezer.
Geezer that likes the
You
Weezer.
prefer the Beagle Eagles?
Yeah.
I'm old as fuck.
Let me see a couple other emails that we got here today. Janelle and Jupiter telling a fun little story about how she was going to email us a Feel Good Friday. She said, myself, my 10 and 8-year-old, and my boyfriend of 7 years are going up to Cape Canaveral to visit the Kennedy Space Center for my 42nd birthday. I was born and raised in Palm Beach County, and I'd never been. We went. It was totally awesome. And, Kevin, you should check out Port Canaveral on your travels north. Lots of restaurants, bars right on the port, and you can watch the cruise ships go out. That sounds awesome.
That does.
Yeah, if I'm ever up in that area for any reason, I would definitely check that out.
If you're someone like me and you that like that kind of stuff, if you're Virginia who hates space.
I can't think of a worse vacation.
I mean, you're at bars. You're at bars and look at the port. And...
What a fucking diva.
I'm
My
sorry.
gosh.
I don't got space. I don't get it.
Okay, it's not fun. It's just a shuttle.
I don't get space.
I don't think space gets you.
You got a lot in your head.
A lot of space.
A lot of space.
She said I was going to send out that Feel Good Friday, but on Thursday I wound up at the Crazy Horse. I had a Crazy Horse kind of night, except it was at Shipwreck, yeah.
Oh, that sounds like another place you could get wrecked.
Shipwreck, yeah, that pretty much tells you.
That's a good name for a bar.
Yeah.
Where is Shipwrecked? Is that the one in Jupiter?
I don't know where Shipwreck is. That is it. Yeah, you know what? I think
it is.
oddly
If
enough,
so,
yeah, well, let me see here. If it's the one I'm thinking of,
Shipwrecked, yeah.
Shipwreck Bar and Grill.
that's it. So this
I
place,
do know where it is.
This place is straight up 1983, Jay Bird.
Okay.
They haven't done a single renovation on the interior, and you would love it so much. It's in Jupiter. It's kind of close to where Cato's Bridge is, where we go to snorkel.
Yeah.
You would love it.
I went up there one time. They have an outside upper level
They do,
bar. And
like a secret little bar.
Yeah, the Queen and I drank there, and I went down through the restaurant. I'm like, gosh, how do I not know about this place? And it's really kind of interesting. And I just saw, in fact, oddly enough, I was just talking about this with my wife last night. Cleve, a guy that we know who has Clematis Social and Papi Chulos, just bought it.
Really?
Yeah, that's what my wife was telling me. I'm like, oh, no way. And she's like, you remember that place? I'm like, yeah, it's been a long time since we've been there. But I was
Well,
like, I kind of liked it.
Let me tell you this. The bones are incredible. Now, Cleve will go in there and he'll probably change a lot of how it looks and
Yeah.
update it and make it modern and hip and cool.
Yeah.
But if you can, get in there before they mess with it.
Do they serve the HPs? The hush puppies.
I'm sure they do.
That's not. I'm telling you, you would think a lot of seafood places would. A lot of them don't do it. V.
I'm sure they have a hush puppy.
It's such a snack that a lot of people don't believe in.
They really, I love that place. I always forget to take you there, but you would love it.
But I'm not a big seafood guy.
They have
though.
other stuff. It's not all seafood.
They got
You
grilled
you would love the vibe and you would love the decor.
Okay,
It's
gotcha.
straight up 83.
I do like that.
She does like that. And Janelle also said, oh, and Kevin, my gift from my boyfriend was Dave Grohl's book to thank him for taking care of me while I was so drunk. I'm also a huge Foo Fighters Dave Grohl fan. So thank you for that. And again, thank you. I was getting confirmation from Noelle. She's the one who sent me that Dave Grohl book. So I appreciate that.
That'd
She
be a
said-
good pooping book for you.
I don't have pooping books.
He don't stay in there long enough to read. You know, he poops like a rabbit and runs.
Right, I forgot.
I'm in there. It's like NASCAR with me.
He's all business.
You can't even get through the preface.
No, I couldn't get through a page. I probably couldn't get through the title. I mean, I'm in
You are a quick
yeah. Seriously, I would say the average time of my dumps is 40 seconds.
Plus, I always kind of think when I go into someone's bathroom that's not mine, and they got a bunch of books in there.
It's gross. I'm not reading
I'm
any
like,
of them.
they all got that poop stench on there. It's the air. I don't know.
Kevin time manages his poops.
I do.
He can't give you that much time,
I
toilet,
can't. Nope.
because he can't spare it.
I ain't got time for this.
He's a mover. He's a shaker.
Yeah.
I get it.
I got stuff to do. I got happy hours to go to. I gotta get out of here. That's right. It's about that time. 2 more days left till the weekend. We'll see you back here on the Thursday KVJ show. Have a great one.